Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. It's Veronica McClendon, the owner, CEO, and managing attorney currently of McClendon Law and Consulting. Just here to share a little bit of a recap from today's event. I had the amazing opportunity to serve as a workshop presenter in Sparta, Georgia. We were at St. Galilee Baptist Church, and the goal was to talk with farmers and landowners, particularly those who are involved in a family venture where they have multiple family members that own the property that's being farmed, or even families that own land and don't really know what to do with it, and they're not really using it in the way that they would have wanted to, or they don't really have a plan in place for how to use the land. We had this workshop just to talk with families about their options, to talk with them about things they might want to keep in mind in terms of preserving that land and allowing it to be a legacy for future generations. And it was an amazing event. We really had a great time. I loved the opportunity to connect with different landowners, and some people who didn't even own land were there, and they had the opportunity to hear from us and share in the conversation, just talking about what it means to own land and property as a family, and what kinds of things need to be considered to make sure that that land or that house or whatever it might be is available to the family in the future to be a source of generational wealth. Even though I just saw a post from my friend Christelle saying that wealthy people don't talk about generational wealth, they talk about dynasty wealth. So I'm looking into that. But today we're talking about generational wealth because that's what I know about, but I will be learning about this dynasty wealth. I'm looking forward to that. But we had a great time. We started out with what I called a time to find the MVP in your land. We talked about the memories that tie us to the land. We talked about the vision that we have for the future of the land. And we talked about the purpose of our land. I wanted those who attended to think about their land ownership journey, not as just something that their family can benefit from, but as something that they can put something into the world that benefits people for future generations. So that is what the goal of the MVP exercise was. And it was my first time doing it. I thought it went pretty well. I would look forward to hearing from those who participated in it to see if it helped them to connect better with their land and connect with their vision for their land, and then think again for the purpose of their land. And purposes, it could be growing food. That's one purpose for your land. It might be a gathering place for people to make memories of an event center, or a place to hold weddings, or a place to just get a sense of what it's like to live on a farm. Just what is the purpose? Why is your land here, and what does it serve? How does it serve your community? How does it serve the world? How does it serve your family? So we talked through that before we really got into the content, because I wanted folks to start with that kind of connecting themselves to their land. And then from there, we did a presentation to talk about succession planning, to make sure that we have a plan in place to pass the farm or the land or the house or whatever it is that you own to the next generations. We spent some time talking through that. I did went through some slides on that and answered questions, and we had a wonderful meal catered by a moment to cherish. I hope that I got that right, but they catered a delicious meal, chicken, mac and cheese, green beans, good food. So I appreciate them, Stephanie and I think Amadine, who prepared that delicious meal for us. And after that, we heard from Takedra Young with American Forestry Foundation. She talked with us about their Field to Forest program, where they're encouraging people who own farmland to grow trees on it. And they have resources available to help them to plant the trees and take care of the trees. And the family reaps the benefits of the harvest from those trees. So the family can still benefit financially from managing the forest as they would without being in a program. But they also have that added benefit of, one, having the resources to pay for the planting, the harvesting, well, not the harvesting, but the planting and the initial site prep that's required. But then they get money, $30 per acre per year, to just support the operations of that land, to support, paying property taxes and just provide a source of income for the family. And at the end of that, the family gets to reap the benefits of the harvest. They sell the trees and they get the money from that. So it's just a way for the family to generate income from the land that they own. So thank you so much to American Forestry Foundation for telling our landowners about that program. And also, they sponsored the lunch. And that's just amazing when you have someone who can pay for the food. Because that way you get everybody happy. Folks get to eat, and then it's already paid for. So that was awesome. I'm so grateful to them. And then we closed out the event with just conversation, answering questions, dealing with the biggest challenges that the landowners had. And to the best of my ability, I answered those questions. And the goal in the future would be to have the participants to share with each other and help each other, so that we're all learning from each other. I told those who attended that a lot of times the stories that I tell, the examples I'm able to give, the success stories, I like to get those from landowners so I can tell others what's possible with their land. So we did a little bit of that during today's session. And so I thought it was a great event. I'm looking forward to sharing footage. We had an amazing videographer there. Her name is Maya, and she spent some time doing some video for us, took some pictures. So in the next few weeks, we'll be able to share that footage, and it's going to be amazing. I already know it. I'm excited. It was a great time. So I just want to say thank you to the United States Department of Agriculture, NEFA, for providing the funding for this event overall. Georgia Department of Agriculture for managing the resources and helping to inspire the collaboration between various partners, and just serving as that fiscal agent for the project. And the project that I'm talking about is the Healthy Farmer Mindset Project. And the ultimate goal is to help farmers to deal with issues that contribute to stress and mental health concerns. And so I'm grateful to be a part of that, because legal issues cause everybody stress, and they cause our farmers stress. And we don't want our farmers stressed, because we want them to be happy and able to grow food and make sure that we can all eat. Because without farmers, we don't eat, and we don't have many of the things that we enjoy, like wood and fabric to make clothing. A lot of that stuff is dealt with on farms, so we need our farmers to support so much. So I'm grateful for that, and just the opportunity to serve in this way. It's just a pleasure, and I thank all of you who joined for this live. I appreciate your presence here, and I hope that to see you all at the next event. I don't know when it will be. We might do a virtual one, because a lot of people have been asking about a virtual option, so we might provide it virtually at some point. And I would love to come to where you are. Just let me know where you are, and we'll talk about whatever the investment might be to get me there. But I'm happy to travel. I love going to churches and talking with them about estate planning and helping to build generational wealth. I love talking to farmers associations and groups about farmland and preserving it, and what we need to do to enhance our farm operations. So just let me know if I could come out and help. I'm even getting into providing information for business owners. I love talking about business succession planning, because I don't want your business just to give you a paycheck. I want it to be something that endures and continues to be a blessing to your family and to others, even after you're gone or after you retire. So if I can speak on any of those topics to you, to your group, then let me know. If we can schedule a one-on-one consultation with our firm, feel free to reach out to us. Our website is www.mcclendonlawoffice.com. You just go there. You can schedule a clarity call, and we'll schedule a call to talk through whatever issues you or your family might be dealing with. Or you can call our office, 478-292-7444. And we'd be happy to help. However we can serve. I'm always open to new ideas and possibilities, because where I am now is from being open. I never would have thought I would be working with farmers. In fact, funny story, when I was in law school, I attended a workshop where they were talking about postgraduate fellowships. And I was interested, because that was going to be a way for me to get a job after law school that was in public interest. And so I went to the workshop, attended it, learned about this postgraduate fellowship, and actually had my friend Dania Davy, who was talking about her project that she was doing and received a postgraduate fellowship for. She had come in, I think she was working at a nonprofit that was in the same area as my law school, and she talked about her work with black farmers and how they had heirs property and they had trouble keeping their land. And I literally thought, that is the most boring job ever. I just can't imagine working with farmers and being out in fields and fighting off mosquitoes. I just didn't seem like anything I was interested in, because I was from Atlanta, just had no interest. And I met Dania and we became friends, but fast forward, what am I doing? Working with farmers out in the fields, getting bit by mosquitoes, and I love it. Like, you can't put me anywhere else. I would love to be on the farm talking to farmers. That's what I enjoy. So it's amazing how God works, because I remember that thought, like, that just seems like the most boring job ever. And little did I know that it was my calling. So I'm grateful for Dania for coming and telling us about what she did. I think she was at the Land Loss Prevention Project back then. And now she's doing amazing work with the Federation of Southern Cooperatives. So if you are a farmer or a landowner in the South, then you need to hook up with Dania, hook up with the Federation of Southern Cooperatives, because they have a lot of excellent resources for farmers. And just great people. So I think I'm going to end there, but thank y'all so much for your attention, and I hope that you got a little nugget that's helpful. If you did, feel free to put it in the comments, share this with a friend, whatever you can do to just keep spreading the information. If I can help in any way, let me know, and I'd be happy to see if we can make that happen. So take care, and I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, an amazing rest of the day, and close out June on a high note. Y'all take care.